Hello. I'm Hunter, and welcome to Unexpected History. It's like regular history, just unexpected. In this episode, we'll cover 5 unexpected deaths usually only seen in movies. Number 5. Mrs. Vera Chermick. One day, Mrs. Vera Chermick, of Prague, discovered that her husband was being unfaithful in their marriage. Her feelings hovering between fury and despair, Mrs. Chermick contemplated murdering her husband, or taking her own life. When she finally made her choice, she jumped from a third-story window of their home. However, things didn't quite go as planned. Her husband was returning home from work as she carried out her fateful decision. Mrs. Chermick actually landed on her husband, killing him, while she walked away with only minor injuries. How's that for irony? Number 4. Mrs. Mary Reese. Pansy Carpenter, a landlady, attempted to deliver a telegram to Mrs. Mary Reese, her elderly tenant. After knocking repeatedly on Mary's door, there was no answer. Thinking that odd, Pansy tried to open the door, but found the doorknob extremely hot to the touch. That could mean only one thing: fire. Pansy immediately called the fire department, but when they arrived, what they found was strange. Very, very strange. When firefighters broke through Mrs. Reese's door, they found a grisly scene. What was left of Mary were parts of her spine, her strangely shrunken head, and part of one leg, with the foot still encased in a black slipper, all of which were in and around her still smoldering easy chair. It wasn't a pretty picture. It takes about 3 to 4 hours at 2500 degrees to cremate a human body. Yet Mary's apartment was virtually damage-free, including a stack of old newspapers right next to the chair in which she burned. To this day, nobody can definitively say what caused Mary Reese's immolation. Number 3. Hans Steininger. Hans Steininger was the much-loved mayor of Braunau am Inn, Austria, back in 1567. Not much is known for certain about Hans, except for these 3 things. He was well liked by the townspeople. His beard was 4.5 feet long. That beard was directly responsible for his death. He normally kept the end of his beard tucked in a pocket to keep it out of the way. One autumn night, however, a fire broke out in town. Hans sprung into action, but in all the commotion, his beard came untucked. Hans stepped on the end while at the top of a staircase. He tripped, snapping his neck as he tumbled down the stairs. Today, over 450 years later, you can still see Hans Steininger's beard on display at the town's historical museum. Number 2. Clement Valentine. Clement Valentine was working as a defense attorney for a man accused of shooting and killing another man during an altercation in a bar in Lebanon, Ohio. Valentine, and his co-counsel, had just finished some weapon testing regarding their theory that the dead man had shot himself while drawing his own pistol. Laying the still-loaded pistol next to an unloaded but otherwise identical pistol he planned to use in court the next day for the demonstration of that theory, Valentine retired for the night. That proved to be a fateful decision. Valentine had neglected to check which pistol he had retrieved before leaving his room. He surprised the entire courtroom, none more so than himself, when he accidentally shot himself in the stomach during his demonstration. Valentine died about 12 hours later, but as a result of his demonstration, his client was acquitted of all charges. Number 1. Gareth Jones. In 1958, during a live TV broadcast of the play Underground on British TV station ITV, Gareth Jones, a member of the cast, suffered a massive heart attack off stage. He was dead before he hit the ground. The rest of the cast, not knowing what was happening, had to improvise. They spoke of Jones' character as if he was just around the corner, or in the next room, but always just out of sight. The sad, terrible irony is that Jones' character was due to die, of a fatal heart attack no less, in a later scene. Thank you for watching Unexpected History. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.